Hello, I'm Matt Guff from thehouse.com, and this is 2018 LibTech MC Steptail Snowboard. It's a deck designed for powder riding that you can still ride on groomed runs for intermediate to advanced level riders. It actually only comes in one size, a 153, but surprisingly enough, it's going to have a 28.2 centimeter waist width and 33 on the nose and about 30 on the tail. This is a really rad deck, and for anyone with size like 13 feet and larger who find it hard to find a board because their feet are so large, this is actually a really good option. Yeah, it's kind of meant for power riding, but at the same time, you can still really, you can whip it on groomers. Obviously, it's a directional shaped board. It does have a slight tail taper. It's a step style tail that was designed by Matt Choho, and that's what the MC stands for. And it actually originated from the LibTech blank board. So he did a couple designs, and he found out that this one was the one that he liked the most because he likes catching air. So if he was out at bald face, he'd catch some air, and then upon impact, he kind of get a little float. And what he did, what he found out was that having this little step in the tail actually kept him from getting a second kind of air after he landed. So the tail is going to sink nice and deep into the snow. The nose, because it's nice and wide, is going to float really well. And the stance is set back 5 inches. This is a pretty incredible board. It has really exaggerated style shapes, and it does feature a C3 profile. When you set the board on flat ground from contact point to contact point, the board will have an overall kind of like a camber profile. The unique thing about this C3 in the MC Steptail is that rocker zone in between the feet that's been lifted up is very, very minimal. When you look down the barrel or look down the line, it almost looks like just a full camber board and not C3, but there is just a slight little divot. Again, and then camber underneath each foot to those contact points. But that tail is super short, the nose is super long, and it has a nice kind of swoop to it. It doesn't go up too drastically, as you can see. The MC Steptail does feature a feel and flex rating of a 6, and that's why I say it's still really good on groomed runs. It's not going to be washy, and definitely holds up. There's an aspen and Colombian gold style wood core inside. There's triax glass on top, biax glass on bottom, and then there's a birch internal sidewall that runs the full length of the deck, and then an ultra high molecular weighted sidewall. But the MC Steptail, because it's more of a powder board, doesn't feature magnet traction edges. It's just a radial side cut. But the cool thing about the radial side cut on this thing is that it's 5.3 meters, which is extremely small. Usually a 7-meter side cut is pretty small. This is extremely small. So in the trees, this thing definitely rips around, and on groomers, it's going to make the tightest little turns that you can possibly do, which is really fun. And then of course, there's going to be a cindered style base. This is a black base. For some reason, black bases just seem to ride so much faster, but you'll need to make sure that's maintained and waxed throughout the season. MC Steptail, awesome board. I don't know if this thing gets enough traction. It doesn't get a lot of attention, or as much attention as I think it should get, and it should. This thing is an absolute ripper. So check it out below by clicking the links to thehouse.com. If you've ever received the chance to ride this thing, well, let me know what you think of it, and remember to subscribe to the channel. We're starting to do a lot of different kinds of engagements with you guys, so thanks so much for watching. If you do subscribe, thumbs up. That's pretty dope. So hopefully I'll see you guys on Snow. Thanks. Peace.